today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. He'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Third season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Connor on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 36, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he goes out right around the 39. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, This group has a strong running game, without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
1st down, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. To throw, it's Murray. Hard throw, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Andy Lee now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After one on EA Sports. the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A give running right is Akers. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, it's Akers. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open space inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Murray now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, this one complete to Christian Kirk. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 3 games here on this wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We're going to back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on second down. Murray.
They'll set up the screen for Eno Benjamin.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 41, Murray. Green brings it in. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Murray to air it out again. He finds Hopkins complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
1st and goal and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun now from Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will shrink to 6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is Henderson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Stafford on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing again is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Stafford. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Murray now on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It's his 3rd year in the league. Not a rookie, not even a sophomore. He's got to know by now when to get rid of the football.
Yeah, so much for the internal clock. I think we put an external clock on that. When we went plus 5 seconds, the ball's got to get away from him. Otherwise, that's the end result.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Akers.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41.
On the give, this is Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Back to throw. Murray. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A'Shawn Robinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Cardinals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Murray going to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, that's complete to Ward. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Murray going to take off with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now hang on here, because down on the field and appearing to be grimacing in some pain is the tight end, Zach Ertz. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray to run again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Eno Benjamin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Prater on to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 41, Stafford over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll run this with Akers.
Oh, nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down now, Akers trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. In the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 8. A minute 53 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Benjamin, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he
gets it down to the 32.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a two-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They've still got to get a two-point conversion in order to tie this one.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? They'll try and run it in. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up for the two-point conversion. And the defense celebrates a two-point win. What a finish. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.